Gainesville, Six-Master has experience with the matchup, I think. I don't know how many are, like, I don't know a lot about the UK region, honestly, so.
I think Pac-Man's been rising in popularity
as
of recent. We have such a great representation from, like, T and I'm spacing on the name.
I would say Sinji.
Yes, Sinji, yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a lot of I mean, Gainesville is like the hub for Pac-Man. There's so many of them. NFL in general, really. Painfully high amount of Pac-Man. Yes. Nobody likes that matchup, but we get into it here. Oh, I wonder whose birthday it is. All right, getting off on PS2 here. This gives both players a lot of room to work with. I think that's going to be a big thing. KOPTER with a good start here.
Yeah, solid conversion. What a parry on that, and like an immediate punish.
Yeah, beautiful string. Such a strong F smash too, in the way that it stays out for so long. Getting caught by the bell, and that is a dead Youngling for sure.
That was just like 100% I'm correct gameplay right there.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just not the right option for KOPTER in the end. Just getting right up into that bell, you know. It's just not what you want. Nice conversion there.
Setting him off stage once again, trying to mix up his approach with the Galaga. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Galaga. What is that thing called? It doesn't matter.
I think it's called
the spinny one.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know the lore. Just playing around on that platform for a second there. Neither player really getting a hit off, but
yeah, the Six-Master doing a really great job of like remaining a little bit slippery and not getting caught with too many projectiles or follows from Youngling.
Yeah, I think an important thing to deal with too is for KOPTER is to deal with the hydrant within the neutral, and just to watch out for that bell. But rolling right into another F smash, man. It's a rough position to be in here. Chasing a lead against Pac-Man is so hard because he just does not have to approach you.
Yeah, he does not. His defensive options are so good.
Right.
But I mean, in that situation, I would press a button too, because if you rolled away, you get caught by that, and then if you roll in, you just die, right? But rarely do you just like take a moment and just like, what if I don't? What if I just stand still and hold the shield? Which would have proven better for him at that situation, but you're tempted to hit that button.
Yeah, I mean, KOPTER just needs to find this kill soon, because 170 on Pac-Man here, like, he just needs to take the stock off and then sort of reset, you know, with a fresh stock to deal that damage on, you know. Just hasn't really been able to find that conversion that he needs.
Yeah. Boomerang interrupting that combo, though. Didn't quite get all the hits he wanted right there.
Great parry, not quite getting the kill off that back throw, though, but 185 has got to be soon. Just about avoiding the belt, going right into a grab, though. Back throw, getting him off stage, and now Six-Master has time to set up his fruit combo here.
That bell doing a great job at, like, limiting his options.
Oh, yeah, very intimidating.
I mean, that's got to be his best projectile.
Yeah, but I think the good thing for Pac-Man is like every fruit or like every item has its use, you know, and especially if you're like, if you can sort of master the item play and like what each one does, what situations you want to use it in, you know, it can be such a huge benefit for you. And Six-Master obviously has mastered his craft.
Yes. Almost going to get this 3-stock win in game 1, though.
Oh! Finally a stock from KOPTER there with that down air. Had 140 on his last one.
I'm not sure if that ledge jump was exactly what Six-Master wanted.
Yeah, might be too little too late here for KOPTER, but he is racking up a decent amount of percent here, looking like he might be kind of figuring things out.
Yeah, no rage on that on Pac-Man, so that back throw wasn't going to quite do it.
Getting hit by his own bomb, and that kind of put him in a rough spot. Now he's got to get back through this Pac-Man wall, getting hit by the bell, and that's going to be it for game 1. Six-Master with a very solid showing there, especially with his bell usage.
Yeah, that bell usage was incredible.
Yeah, 2 kills off of that, and just like but the way that he has it in general, and the way that he sets it up and sort of intimidates his opponent with is very, very solid.
Yeah, you love to see a player with a very intact game plan and just sticking to it and it working almost every single time.
Yeah, and the thing with Six-Master too is he's so good defensively. I think like I've seen him like time people out, which is obviously like not fun to watch or whatever, you know. But like it just shows the sort of mental resilience he has and the patience that he has to like play that defensive game and the way that he can play the defensive game, especially because of how good Pac-Man is at that. So like if he has to resort to that at some point, if KOPTER can sort of like get his motivation or his momentum going here, you know, he absolutely can. Almost killed him.
Died. Well, that was a really good parry on that last hit of the down air and getting the up B out of shield.
Yeah. Still, 6-Master's conversions are so good. And that's the thing, too. Pac-Man also has a really, really good offensive game. Like, he can just string you forever.
Yeah, his aerials are super fast. Like, that Nair comes out, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a frame 5 aerial.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Beautiful Bell. Not quite killing with the back air this time, but still a rough spot for KOPTER to be in.
I feel like Pac-Man is such a nutty character just because, like,
yeah.
where do they source, like, oh, yeah, he should have this move? This makes sense.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, let's make Pac-Man good.
Like, why is he crawling? Is that canon with the Pac-Man world?
I don't know, man. I haven't studied the lore.
Oh. KOPTER was doing so good on the ledge trapping, but didn't actually get a solid hit. Oh,
very risky there.
KOPTER, please just think. I mean, just consider maybe not doing anything because he almost got punished for that roll once again.
There's a rock in a hard place there, honestly. You got the Bell on one side and the F smash on the other side. So it's a really scary situation to be in. It's like Rob Gyro, like, while he's just standing next to him.
Yeah.
Like, one of those situations where you're like, I am so scared right now.
Yeah, he puts the gyro right on the ledge, like, oh, what do I do? If I stay, I die. If I regularly get up, I die.
Down air kill, though. And KOPTER getting that stock off so much faster than the last game and keeping things pretty even with that.
Yeah.
It's a very important kill for him, I think.
Youngling can definitely string on 60% if he got the right hit on. Fire arrow out of shield's not going to quite do it.
And 6-Master once again kind of stringing on that damage. 97% now on KOPTER. It was looking pretty close a second ago, but 6-Master once again kind of running away with it. KOPTER needs to find an answer.
There's that Bell again. Okay.
Oh, he caught it that time, but just not. He should have held onto it longer, I think. He could have had a use for it, but
I mean, it's such a weird projectile to try to use against a Pac-Man because usually, like, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to know how to use it. It has such a weird arc when you throw it.
Yeah.
You have to lab that stuff on your own.
Right. But then the good thing is, too, like, now he has the use of his aerials and getting so much mileage off of them, too.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Youngling can rack on the percent if he has the right hit on.
Oh, wow. That roll was just about getting him through that F smash.
This game definitely looking a lot more even against compared to game 1.
Has Bell again holding onto it longer this time and almost landing it, actually.
Okay, so he's familiar with the spacing because he actually threw that past ledge to try to limit Pac-Man's recovery.
Yeah, definitely good usage of that. And now, like, the way that he's sort of like starting to sort of adapt and like deal with the fruit in that manner, like starting to catch it and sort of use it against Pac-Man, I think that's a big thing in the matchup. And so definitely good to see that he's starting to do that. Could just be the difference, honestly.
Yeah, the adaptation on KOPTER's part is really magnificent.
Yeah, man, look how much better he's playing this game. You know, so much closer. Even had a slight percent lead there for a second. And having the Bell again, that forward air not quite going to kill, but a rough position for 6-Master to be in now because he's got to land through all of this, including his own Bell. Great back air, and that's going to be it from KOPTER.
I mean, he's taking notes from the 6-Master. He used the Bell to limit his options and then got that back air off to get the kill. But let's see what kind of extra credit that KOPTER can get.
Ooh, it was a risky up B, and it just didn't quite pay off for him.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't want to overcommit there, I don't think, but in any case, he does have a slight lead now. He can sort of keep his distance. You know, playing at a fixed distance here I think is going to be very important because Youngling absolutely can do that. But Pac-Man obviously capable of doing the same.
Yeah,
3 minutes left on the clock, though, you know.
I think KOPTER just needs to just stay back just a little bit more and use those fire arrows.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got 3 minutes to play Ultimate, you know, like, just kind of take your time. You don't have to overcommit to anything. You don't have to rush in. But the damage that he's getting off is really solid right now.
Yeah. He's definitely winning neutral a lot more when he's counter-playing against the Pac-Man rather than trying to rush in.
Yeah. And caught by that Nair, though. It's really, really close right now, honestly. Kind of hard to pick between the two. Like, last game, 6-Master is so dominant, but KOPTER looking really, really good this time around. I think what he might just struggle with, honestly, is just finding that kill. But Youngling definitely doesn't have a lack of options. It's just sort of a matter of whether or not he can sort of set them up and, like, get the opportunity and take it, you know.
I also noticed that KOPTER just hasn't been using a whole lot of grabs, he just does it.
Yeah, hey, he's listening to you.
But I feel like when you have such a character with such great projectiles, you kind of forget about like your smaller options. Because I mean, the down throw sets up into a lot of good like conversions, like usually up air.
Feeling really tense right now, though. 6master at 137 right now, and KOPTER sitting kind of pretty here at 62.
Oh!
That forward throw going to do it. KOPTER takes game 2.
I don't think he was ready for that forward throw at all.
It was so fast, honestly. Like, I wasn't ready for that. But
oh man, I would have gone off if it aligned with the hydrant as it was flying away.
Yeah, it almost did. It almost lined up for him. In any case, though, much better game 2 there from KOPTER. Looked really solid. The adaptation after game 1 to take that second game was really solid. So going into game 3 here, going to be super pivotal.
Yeah, I think 6master took that first game with 2-stock lead.
Yeah.
And KOPTER just completely turned that around. That game was a lot really close still. But wow, we're putting on purple braces on now.
Yeah, gotta love the palette switch in between games. That's what I do. Sometimes it actually does give you kind of a mental boost, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like a reminder of like, this is a new game. This was not last game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, being on PS2 here, you know, like, obviously it does give both characters a lot of room to work with, but I just wonder, like, who will benefit more in the end, you know? Because they're both very good at spacing each other out.
Right.
But I think now that KOPTER has the sort of the download and, like, the information that he's got, the adaptation, it might see him fare a lot better than game 1. Once again, overcommitting to an up B, though. I've seen a couple of those come out, and they've never really worked out too well for him.
Yeah, Pac-Man's short hop aerials, they allow him to be a little bit higher than most characters.
Yeah.
So that up B out of shield's not going to be super great at punishing aerials.
Right. Yeah, Pac-Man, very safe aerials, I think. He's a very safe character in general. KOPTER finally getting a string off here, 36%.
I mean, I can't say I super agree with these up throws from KOPTER. And I would like to see a little bit more down throw, but he must know something that I don't, because he's doing a great job against the 6master.
He not quite killing there, though, but KOPTER does have to get back against Pac-Man. It's tough. I think the bomb sent him the wrong way, and really smart from 6master to move that trampoline, yeah.
I thought that he was going to be saved by that bomb, because he wasn't initially going to make it back.
I think he meant to, but I think it sent him to the right for some reason.
It's unfortunate, but he's putting on the percent. Oh, that ricochet, like the trick shot from the boomerang almost set up into a really beautiful conversion.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I love Young Link's conversion so much. Like, the way that he can set up with, like, boomerangs and fire arrows, and especially, like, the way his fair works is really neat.
And down tilt, up B, nice!
Great conversion from KOPTER, sort of bringing it back. Started this game kind of rough once again, but keeping it pretty even here, 32-0 here, both on their second stocks. Wow, really hard to pick between the two at the moment.
2 fire arrows and an air is not going to do that on that hydrant, and he just got hit before it.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you don't have a really solid option to deal with the hydrant,
just
sometimes, yeah, you just got to ignore it. Like, Ness can deal with it really well, because you can just, like, PK fire it, and then all of a sudden it's just not his friend anymore, you know? But with a character like Young Link, especially if you don't have that super strong hitbox to just, like, immediately launch it, it can be easier, it can be better to ignore it. But KOPTER did a great job there by just F-smashing it.
I think the main difference was earlier he was using, like, the later hitbox of Nair, and so it wasn't as strong. But getting that immediate short hop Nair really took it off its grounding.
Right. That did not cancel out the grenade the way you thought it would.
I think it's a melon. I think that's a melon.
It looks like a grenade. I know that's what it is supposed to be. That's what it's colloquially known as. But every time I look at it, I'm just like, that's a grenade. It's just straight up a grenade.
That has such a threatening aura. Like, he
shot
a fire arrow at it, and it's like, it's not stopping.
Yeah. Unstoppable force versus immovable object. Back air not quite going to do it, actually. KOPTER, another chance to live, but getting caught by that bell once again. 6master starting to bring out those bell punishes more, like he was in game 1.
I think maybe he was just a little bit more paralyzed at the beginning to use it, just because KOPTER was using them so effectively, or not like super effectively, but did get the one opportunity to catch a kill.
Yeah, great string there from 6master. 59% on KOPTER here. Looking like 6master might just run away from it if KOPTER can't get, like, a decent conversion here. Just about whipping that grab too.
What I really like, though, however, is that KOPTER didn't seem super familiar with this matchup from the get-go, but he's really turned that around.
Yeah, I know. Like, no matter what happens here, I think he's played fantastically, and certainly could just make this comeback. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but Pac-Man can kill decently early, and at 118, man, I think KOPTER has to get this kill like pretty much now, or else THE6MASTER might just take this. Oh, yeah, that should be it.
That's going to be it.
The jab block there. Missed tech from KOPTER. Great game, great set in the end, but THE6MASTER, I think the PS2 pick definitely worked out for him. Definitely had sort of the edge there, and the way that he plays as Pac-Man obviously is so solid.
Yeah,